Well, it has officially happened. The Pokemon Direct has blown everyone's mind and announced DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Believe me, I have a lot of thoughts about this and I'm going to share my opinions in the next video, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss it. In this video, I want to talk about the root cause of the entire Sword and Shield controversy, the National Dex, which this DLC is apparently going to help fix to some extent. I know a lot of you, like me, have had huge problems with the lack of Pokemon in these games, so I wanted to make sure that before anything else, I addressed the National Dex issue first to let you all know what's going on with your favorite Pokemon. I've got some really interesting facts to share about what exactly this DLC is doing about the National Dex, and have a huge list I've compiled from research in numerous official sources of Pokemon that will be returning. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. In addition to what appear to be new wild areas in the region, new story missions, Galarian forms, legendary Pokemon, items, gameplay features, etc., one of the key things coming along with this DLC is the return of many Pokemon that were excluded from the Galar region, also known as those from the remainder of what would be known as the National Dex. Apparently, upon the release of the first DLC pack, Isle of Armor, over 100 formerly excluded Pokemon will be available to catch. And upon the release of the second DLC pack, the Crown Tundra, over 100 more will be included. So this means that over 200 previously excluded Pokemon will be returning to Sword and Shield. Now the key point here is that these returning Pokemon are not necessarily part of the expansion pass itself. They are instead technically free. You do not have to actually purchase the DLC to get access to these National Dex Pokemon. While you can actually go out into the wild and catch them if you don't have the DLC, since they'll only be available in-game in the new areas, you can have them traded to you from someone who does, or you can transfer your own from past games using Pokemon Home, which seems to mean that there will be a type of free patch update for the base Sword and Shield game as well to include them, which a lot of us have been hoping for. Now what's really interesting is if we take a look at the numbers here. In base Sword and Shield, without the DLC, we had access to 400 Pokemon out of a total of 890, or 45% of all Pokemon. Of the non-Gen 8 Pokemon themselves, we had access to 319 out of 809, or 39%. After both of these DLC releases, we will have at the very least 605 Pokemon out of at least 895, about 68%. And of the old Pokemon, we'll have access to 600 out of 809, or 74%. Now this is a pretty substantial increase and also hints at something that I've actually theorized would be the case all along, which we'll talk about in my next video. For now, for the people whose favorites are missing or who merely want to see more Pokemon in these games, I've compiled a list of every single returning National Dex Pokemon that's been confirmed so far for this expansion pass from various official sources, such as heavily dissecting the direct and subsequent trailers, tweets from official accounts, images from the official Pokemon Sword and Shield website, etc. You won't find this kind of information compiled anywhere else, so hopefully some of your favorites are in here, and if they are, let me know in the comments. There are 118 total so far, and keep in mind that 22 of these are merely Pokemon that we already know through data mining are coded into Sword and Shield but have not been officially confirmed yet, but we can obviously assume are going to be accessible at some point. These ones will be marked by an asterisk. Now let's do this. Thank you all for watching this video. It did take a lot of work to gather, but I know this is a very important issue that's close to the heart of many fans, so I wanted to make sure and get this up for you all. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, share it all over social media, and subscribe with notifications on for more Sword and Shield news and analysis. If you like what I do on this channel, feel free to check out my Patreon where you can support my content and get access to cool perks. Otherwise, feel free to check out some of my other videos appearing on your screen now, and have a great rest of your day.